All right, what is up, everybody? I know it's been about a week since I've done any readings. I have been having a hell of a time getting my camera and my computer and my audio and everything to work in a way that would allow me to do readings regularly. When I started them up again, it was very easy. I was having no issues. So, in standard spiritual fashion, I took that as a sign to chill and am now back, and I've decided to try doing it via audio, partly because I want to start doing readings on Clubhouse, and I kind of need to get used to not looking at a camera, not showing the cards, and not making it awkward when there's maybe a little bit of in between time while I'm looking at the messages. So I guess you guys are going to be the guinea pigs with the free messages. I am going to do extended readings. They will be in MP3 form that you can download and listen in your car or whatever is easiest for you. So I'm just trying a few different things. Like I said, I was guided to do that. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with air signs for the remainder of April. And I usually don't do readings like this, but I personally have been getting a lot of attacks, and that's not really a new thing for an air sign, but it is new for me to be so overrun that it's all I can focus on because it's the only energy I'm able to be in. I've actually broken down into doing different healing techniques that would put me back into my body. One of those techniques is energy freedom technique. It's called EFT, and I'm actually going to go into that a little bit more in my podcast, but personally, that's something I've had to do to deal with this energy, just because it's like, oh my god, it's so overwhelming. So for my air signs, if you're dealing with that, I feel you. I've been there, and it's okay. It will get better, but because of the particular energy that I've been receiving from others, not so classy, if you will, I wanted to see what the fuck was going on, why we are getting this energy. And it's pretty much timeless. I wouldn't put a time to this, but for now it's for April. So I'm going to start with my Rebel deck. I will have the Clarity Couture Oracle. I'm going to pull from one of my Dragon Oracles that I actually never pull from because I have to stop and pull the book out. So there will be a little bit of a downtime when I do that, but the messages that come with that deck is it's hits. So let's get into it. I ask my guides, my galactic guardians, my angels, my archangels, my ascended masters, and my ancestors, please help me to set my ego aside so that I can give the air signs the message that is in their highest good today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, let's get into it, air signs. Let's find out why this energy has been coming at you so fucking hard. And once we find out why, we're going to switch into how we can change it, if we can, or what we can focus on. Is when we can change the vibration, we can change the point of attraction. So a lot of times we just need to raise our vibration, but for me, I've been so bogged down by... I don't want to overstep, but when you have so many energies from so many different places coming and it's not positive, it can take a toll. So it's kind of funny. I got an analogy of someone who might be very well known in the public eye, right? And it's like, I was flashed to a time with Princess Diana. I was pretty young when this was being covered, but I remember her being chased by the paparazzi, and there was one point in particular, you know, I mean, we know what happened with her, but it was right before her death. It was like right when it was like the paparazzi was revving up, and they were really just going above and beyond to risk her life. And it's kind of like, you can't want that level of, like, I never wanted fame, but you can't want that level of success without being capable of handling that level's devils, right? That saying, every new level provides a new devil. the energy that the air signs are getting right now, I feel like a lot of it is kickback from the successes that have happened and the continued successes that are obviously coming, that others see are obviously coming. It isn't so much like, I mean, yeah, maybe you've done something to piss people off, but this is a lot of energy coming for the air signs in particular. I'm sure other signs, this is going to be across the board. I'm going to do it for all the signs, but I've heard from quite a few air signs that it's just consistent, and it's been for months now where it's like, fuck dude, when's it going to let up? So let's get into it. I'm starting with the Rebel deck. What messages do we have for the air signs, please? Okay, so you need to put the phone down, because the way that you're being viewed is it's not everyone else's fault, it's yours. And it's like focusing on this, like too much screen time is literally making you, like, it's taking the quality of your life away from you, because you're focusing so much on what these other people are doing. And you're viewing this as like, these are grown-ass adults doing this. And like, you're really tired of them blaming you for their shit. The projections, I'm hearing non-stop projections. And I can give a fuck what the crosswatcher thinks, because if you're somebody that resonates with doing this, not even if they're an air sign, just doing this to another person, like, I can't with your energy, dude. I'm a fucking double Libra. Like, get out. You got a feeling you just can't shake. Yeah, there's a little voice inside of you telling you what to do, air signs, and you need to listen to that. Yeah, then you got the they broke your heart. Fuck them. So this isn't like just one person. This is like groups of people that have like... I don't know what it is about air signs. Like, I really don't. Like, for a perfect example would be Russ. Russ is an air sign. He's a Libra. And this guy has had so much fucking success for the past 2 years, but he's only now getting the respect that he's deserved for that success. Like, people shit on his name, even when he got, like, he had already made it, in my mind, because I'm a longtime fan, but, like, I felt personally attacked by these people that were attacking him, because it's like, all you see him do is fucking work. That's all he does. Non-stop, day in and day out, he's fucking focused on number one, and he's working, and it pisses people off that no matter what they do, they can't pull him down. And that's literally what's happening, is like, the way you've been treated by these people has broken your fucking heart. It's broken your heart. It's literally, it's broken your heart. You had no idea that there was that much self-hatred in them for them to project that out onto you. And you didn't see them that way, so you didn't expect it. I'm sorry, air signs. I love you. Alright, this is the Universe Has Your Back Oracle. And I've actually linked both my website or I will link, it'll be down there, so I'm going to say I linked it. Oop, flew all the way across the room. Hold on. Where'd you go? Almost out the door. I linked both my website and my Amazon affiliate store, because a lot of the cards that I own, I actually, because of the way that my store is set up, I'm unable to get some of them for sale for you. But through my Amazon affiliate site, I'm able to list all of the cards. So I'll put both of those down there. And if you want to purchase it from my affiliate site, you do help me a little bit, but you know, passing the love. So you got hope is the conduit for miracles. So they really want you to focus on the fact that, like, hope is going to be your way out, because hope is faith. It is a belief that something better is coming, and that belief, right, the universe, the physical reality always adapts to the expectation, and hope and faith and beliefs especially are expectations, whether people want to admit that or not. What fucking deck is this? This is the, oops, sorry about that. Wisdom of the Oracle. I'm gonna have to get like an actual setup where my microphone stands, because it is true what they say, it's better when it's up. I've got it wrapped around a doorknob right now. Hey, you know, we're gonna MacGyver that shit. Alright, so you're super flexible within this time, and they're reminding you to stay flexible during this time and stay teachable, okay? No matter how fucking annoying and frustrating these projections are, keep yourself focused on the road ahead. What is coming towards you? What can you do to keep yourself moving towards that ultimate goal? They want you to be adaptable without compromising what's important, okay? And like, this is literally it's an egg, which symbolizes fertility, lots of birth coming out. Now, you could be pregnant, I mean, if you want that, that's awesome. I'm not wishing that on anybody if that's not your jam, but it's like you're also pregnant with opportunities and ideas. So now is a really good time to allow that to come to fruition. And especially Libras, or not just Libras, but all air signs, Libra gangs, what's up? But all of my air signs, especially, you guys are the one sign that gets in your head more than the other signs, right? And the one way that you're able to stay out of your head as a double Libra, you want to put yourself back in your body. I think that we, in a way, while we're like lost in our logic, we have like, it is kind of a form of disassociation, and that disassociation, it keeps us unrooted, right? The need to be grounded is severely highlighted there. So I think there's something that they do with like the space programs, where they have you identify, not just the space programs, I've been watching a lot of space shows, but they have you identify like 10 things in the room that's physical that you can see that like brings you back to reality. And I think that's kind of, I would say, a leg of that healing process that will allow you to associate back with yourself and be back into reality, and not so much, because we will, sorry that I'm stumbling on my words, we kind of have the ability as air signs to project ourselves into the future and become these time travelers, right? But we do it with the fear or worry, and what happens is we bring more of that to us. So there's just a need to kind of hone your mind, and a really great way to hone your mind is yoga. I always suggest yin yoga in particular. All right, let's get into the next deck, which is going to be the Keepers of the Light Oracle. Messages for air signs, please. Messages for air signs, please. Messages for air signs. All right. Wow. Okay. Jokes got guides. Or guides got jokes. That's funny. Jokes got guides. Yeah, jokes got guides. That's awesome. You guys are hilarious. All right, so you got El Moria, which is the awakening presence. And he's there to remind you that the universe is with you. They want you to wear a cloak of protection and love. So, a good way to protect yourself energetically, and this is all something that you do visually, you close your mind and visualize yourself doing it. So you would want to sit down as if you were to meditate. If you don't meditate, just sit down crisscross. Stand up straight, straighten your spine as if there is a cord pulling your head up, right? And roll your shoulders back and just drop them down. Now you're sitting up perfectly straight. What you want to do is focus on your own energy. Visualize your own energy being there, very strong. And then you want to visualize a white light. And actually, both of these cards pulled out with the blue, the throat chakra. So maybe for you, visualize a blue light of healing light, right? So just to really highlight your throat chakra. And what you do is you visualize, close your eyes and visualize a mirror going around you. And it's kind of going to be shaped like a stop sign, I guess, because the way that the mirror is there's going to be one in front of you, one on this next to it, one on the next to that, and you want to envision one of the tall mirrors that you would just buy at like Target or whatever that you hang around your door. So you want to visualize the mirror pointing outwards from you, and you're visualizing these mirrors coming down and kind of being like a fence around your body, very close to you, very close quarters to your body. And it's all of the mirrors are facing out from you. Then you will put one above your head. Whoops, bumped the mic again. Put one above your head and one below your feet. And what that does is it allows you to protect yourself energetically using a mirror trick. And what that does is if anyone sends you energy, if it's good energy, they're going to get good energy back. If it's negative energy, that it's going to hit the mirror and bounce off of you and directly back to them. This is literally goes back to what you say about me, it bounces off me and hits you like glue or whatever the fuck that was. I can't remember. It was showing my age here, but this would be that premise now that I'm saying it out loud. So it's very cute. Also, you got the Faith card, which is humanity and benevolence. They want you to stay calm. They want you to trust the good in yourself and others. They want you to see the light in the world. So I think it was Ben Franklin that said, whether you choose to see the world as being against you or choose to see the world as being with you, that is what is important. I'm kind of fucking this up, but meaning that the world you choose to see is important in that that's the world you will live in. So what you expect is what you get, was basically what he was saying, to put it in a more simpler term. All right, next I'm going to pull the Dragon Oracle that I have. And it will take me a second to just open it up from the book because I'm going to read directly from the book with this one. I usually don't do this when I'm on video, but because it's, you guys are just listening anyways, it's a little bit different. I don't have a problem reading from the book. All right, message for air signs, please. Message for air signs. Ooh. You got the Destroyer card, which is the Tower. You got Mercy, which I can't remember which card that's supposed to be. Both of those are flipped upside down. And then you got the Rebirth card, which I feel like this one's a toss-up on based on how you choose. It doesn't really matter what happens, right? It matters what you choose to do with it. And I think that card, I'm going to read that after the other ones. It's kind of like it can go either way, is what I'm getting. All right. So the first card was the Destroyer, which is the Tower. In order to know something at a deeper level, we must first let go of what we think we already know. Beliefs can be self-limiting, and in order to break free of them, the walls of our reality need to come crashing down. This can be frightening, as it demands that we let go of the past and step into the unknown. However, if we renew our faith, again with that word faith, we have the opportunity to make a breakthrough, and in doing so, completely rewrite our destiny. If you feel like you are in a prison, unable to affect change in your life, the path to freedom lies in the understanding that your prison walls are of your own making. It is only by dismantling your beliefs, judgments, and values that you will find the freedom to be who you know you really are. The choices you make now will dictate whether you take steps to move forward through difficulties or become lost in the midst of them. So yeah, like I said, that last card that we got, which was the Rebirth card. I'm going to turn this music down. I think it might be a little too loud. Depending on what you choose to do, it kind of depends on, I mean, and that's how all tarot oracle is. It's just reading the energy right now. But, oh, okay, so you got the Hierophant upside down. The key word for the Hierophant is compassion, and its energy is spiritual wisdom, and the number for that is 5. The energy for the Tower was the movement from material to spiritual, and the key word for it is a breakthrough. And that number was 16. So 5 and 16 may be significant. The spiritual path challenges us to look deep within ourselves and understand both the light and dark sides of our nature. Those we meet on our path are mirrors for us. If you see a quality in someone else that you do not like, it means that you manifest some of that energy within yourself. When we judge others, we are in fact judging ourselves. Forgiveness of others starts with self-forgiveness. Compassion and mercy for others begins with being compassionate and merciful to yourself. Be wary of decisions and actions based on weak morals. Acts of generosity driven by guilt lack real value and may be rooted in clouded desires. Stop and ask yourself what lies behind your decisions and your judgment of others. It is only through the development of morals and spiritual practices that the soul can find fulfillment. Yeah, so it sounds like you may be, and I can actually resonate with this, making decisions based on how you think you should be making them. But if it isn't actually genuinely aligning with where you're trying to go, the intent could be, even though you don't mean it to, come off in a shady light. And so the last card is Rebirth, which is the Death card. This energy is transformation, and the key word is rebirth. Transformation is distinctly different from transition. Transition is a movement from one place to another within the same reality, whereas transformation involves a complete change of reality. The rebirth dragon brings the power of radical change and clears the way for this process by layering the past to rest so that a new cycle of life can begin. I think I said layering, and it should have been laying. Alright, so let me see. I'm going to read it upright. Alright? And neither upright or, reversed or bad. They're all really incredible readings. But I'm going to read it upright for you guys. This is a powerful and positive card, for it symbolizes complete change. Nothing will ever be the same again. Even an apparent misfortune will turn into a blessing. Everything is exactly as it needs to be. When it is time to die, one cannot escape it. But death is always followed by rebirth into a new and higher state of being, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Wow. This reading's really beautiful, and I know that you guys have been through it, but it's like I like I said, I told you why these people were doing what they were doing. I should have explained that the dragon cards that I'm pulling are explaining what is going to happen and what's coming from it. Okay? So I'm going to pull the Clarity Couture Oracle cards next. A belief is just a thought that you continue to think. If you change your thought, you change the belief. Reacting with emotions to external factors is the sign of an untrained mind. So again, I'm going to go back to the yin yoga, because when I was really going through it, and I actually hadn't actually begun yoga yet, my yogic journey, I guess you can say, I wasn't able to stop my anger and my aggression for 12 minutes so that I could do a yoga video. The yoga instructor, even though she was super sweet, it's Juliana with Boho Beautiful. I love her. I don't know her personally, but I love the way she teaches yoga. She's got a very healing aspect to how she shares her gift with the world. And so even with how healing she was, when I started yoga in 2018, I couldn't fucking hang. But if I smoked enough weed, outside and then did some yin yoga outside. Some of y'all may not have that opportunity, but like really got myself as close to nature as possible. And I was barefoot outside on the grass or whatever. I was able to pull myself into a calm state. And so after like a month of doing that, I was able to do regular yoga. And then once I was able to do regular yoga, I kicked it up to twice a day, and I really saw changes in my life. And I'm someone with a lot of trauma where I have the ability to fall back into the same trauma behaviors where I'll disassociate. Like, for instance, right now, I have my entire setup in my walk-in closet. It is like my studio. My clothes have taken the back burner, and I think they're all shoved in like bins, and I just like dig through them because I don't really care. And I would prefer to have a space where I can do my work, do the things that I need to do, and not be disturbed. If I'm not careful, I can sit in here for days at a time, and that's how I fall into old trauma behavior patterns and I disassociate. So yoga is a specifically powerful way to get yourself back into your body. And then again, I'm going to mention EFT. So I'll probably do a YouTube video about it, as it's been really powerful to help heal me. I had seen a little bit of it on YouTube, but I didn't understand any of it, and it actually triggered me because it, for me, was negative, but the way our subconscious mind works, it actually works pretty well. So I'm going to let you guys go. This is almost a 30-minute podcast. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have to put this to a video or something to be able to upload it on YouTube. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Either way, I love you, air signs, and everything that's happened to you, even the misfortunes, are gonna come through like a blessing. And I'm being told that your blessings are literally gonna hurt some feelings, because people really were out to destroy you for no other reason than just to destroy the air sign. And they're going to eat that. And also remember that the law of cause and effect is very real. Karma does exist, and it's not like God smiting someone, but what we do to others always comes back to us. So just understand that there will be a lesson for those that have put you in pain later on down the road. We don't wish them ill. We just know that what has been given to you will be returned, and you hope that they'll understand that it's not the universe being mean, but it's their karma coming back, and it isn't God smiting them, but again, the vibration you put out will always come back to you. All right. I love you guys. Remember that your body is a vehicle for your soul. That's why it's so important to choose your thoughts with care, because your thoughts are the GPS for your reality, and what you think is where your reality is going to go. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to check out claritycouture.com. Namaslay.